You know, before I always said that when I first watched the Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn trailer, I wasn't really impressed. I didn't think this episode was going to be good. The series, any part was going to be great. I just watched part 3. Holy shit! Hello everyone, my name is James. Welcome to Rising Potential. This is Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn part 3. The link into the video is in the description. Go watch it, come back, hear my thoughts. Let's get started. I'll be doing the outline, the pros, the cons, and my overall review. So right off the bat, this does contain spoilers, so please go watch it. Anyway, the outline begins with Cortana going insane and tries to kill Chief. She kind of pulls a Lord of the Rings Golem or Smeagol type of like split personality, but I thought it was cool that she was going psycho and she's actually trying to kill the Master Chief, which is really interesting because I never thought she'd ever do that, but for some reason she just wants to kill Chief, probably because he's sleeping and Cortana's like all alone. But anyway, and it looks really nice. The visuals look really cool. But yeah, she's trying to go fucking ape shit and try to kill Chief. Don't know why. Probably because she's going rampant. But in the next scene we have Lasky. He suffers from a allergic reaction from the cryosleep. We learn why he passed out at the end of part 2. And his body's reacting terribly to this like rash or like this allergic reaction, and turns out he is allergic to some device or some chemical that they use to put you into cryosleep. In the next scene, we have another awesome recording of the ODST brother, and we learn that one of his friends, I forget his name, but he gets killed, and he's not really happy about it, and he says that he's going to come home as soon as possible. After that, we see a UNSC classified video which shows, in the end, a Spartan. And at first, they're kind of wondering like who they're fighting, and they don't know that they're fighting Covenant. And at the very end, we see a Spartan. It's not Master Chief, but they're just like, what the hell was that? After that, we find out that Lasky is given a choice to leave or stay in the military complex because apparently his allergic reaction is so severe that he has a choice to either stay in the Marines or leave the Marines, or I would say UNSC. I forget if he's an ODST or Marine. I think he's a Marine, but I could be wrong. But he's given a choice to either leave or stay, and he has no idea what to do. After that, we unfortunately find out that the ODST brother did die in an attack, and we learned that it was really quick and painless. That's good. But sadly, the ODST brother did die, which really sucks. But hey, the scenes with the ODST and like I said, part 3 blew me away, and I'll explain that in the pros. After that, Lasky and the British chick, which I forget her name, but they share their first kiss. And she's just saying, "Oh, don't leave, don't leave. I'm gonna miss you. Don't leave. I'm gonna miss you." I can't do a British impression, especially for a woman because I'm a guy. Anyway, and then they start kissing, and I actually cared about that part. I mean, at first I was going, "Oh no, who gives a shit about you kissing? I don't care." But I actually cared a little bit, which is a surprise to me. That I actually cared a little bit about that scene. And then they're about to kiss again, and then the entire station starts to rumble, and they're just like, "What the hell's going on?" And then a like alert goes off in the entire base. This is not a joke. Get to your squad. Get to your command leader. Get to your places. We're gonna. I guess they're preparing for a war, or they're preparing to get set up. But yeah, Lasky and her go to join their squad, and this entire humongous outroar or outbreak of just people running everywhere, and they have no idea what the hell is going on. And then after that, we get a scene from a blonde bitch, okay? This girl is a fucking asshole. And she leaves her squad and pretty much says fuck you to them. She pretty much gives them a middle finger. Not directly, but indirectly gives them the middle finger saying, fuck you, I'm going to leave. I think she kind of threatens one of the Marines saying, my mom is like super important, so you better let me through or else I will make sure that you get like killed or something. And then she goes into the space elevator, and then the space elevator flies up into space. I don't know where they're going, but I guess they're trying to leave. And then karma happens. The rumbling continues. Oh, by the way, ODST drop pods are like deployed into the battlefield. And I mean, you have to admit that getting all this stuff to happen in real life must be really hard. You know, getting getting ODSTs to fall from the sky. I mean, that must have taken an incredible amount of effort and work to make it look realistic. And they pull it off. It looks effing realistic, and it looks awesome. Like I said, part 3, holy shit, amazing. So the British bitch, not the British bitch, the blonde bitch goes up into space with her space elevator with everyone else. All of a sudden, Covenant ships, their corvettes, like from Halo Reach, they all of a sudden, they appear above the sky, 3 of them. And then Lasky's like, what the hell are those things? And all of a sudden, boom! The Covenant ship shoots the space elevator, which destroys it. And I can assume that that blonde bitch got her just desserts. And the elevator crashes and it slams into the ground. And then, like, dust clouds. And, like, the doors blasted open. And, like, they have to run away or else they'll get submerged in, like, the dust and the particles and, like, the rubble of the space elevator. And they just keep running, and then they get fallen to the ground. And then I thought that was going to be the end of part 3. Nope. More epic stuff comes up. Lasky and the British chick wake up, and it's like you know how you if you ever seen The Walking Dead, the first episode of season 1, Rick is in the tank, and then there's a zombie in the tank, and then he shoots the gun inside the tank, and then it's just like a humongous ringing sound in his head. It's kind of like shell shock, I think. It's like that with Lasky and the British chick. I should probably learn her name. Lasky and the British chick, and like you can hear like ringing, like it's very almost mute, but you can still hear them. And Lasky and the British chick get up, but then Lasky looks outside and sees something, and like he's shocked. And then we see what looks like to be. I thought it was a brute, because I don't know. In my opinion, it kind of looked like a brute to me, but it's actually an elite. And he's walking, and Lasky's like, "What the hell is that?" And then he like says some random Covenant speech, like, and then he slices the Spartan statue. Like an actual Spartan from the ancient times. He slashes it with his energy sword, splits it in half, and he keeps walking. And we don't get a good view of his face, but he looks pretty freaking real to me, which is great. And I know that's all CGI. And regardless what they did, if it's like makeup, if it's an actual actor, or if it's CGI, it looks freaking great. And then Lasky and the British chick start running with everyone else as I believe Covenant drop pods fall from the sky. That's part 3. Wow. I was blown away. Like I said, I didn't think that this show was going to be great. I didn't think assassination. I didn't think that this series was going to be this good, and part 3 blew me away. Seriously, I had a complete 180 expression for the what's it called, for the trailer. I thought that it was going to be bad, but it was good. That's bullshit though, that I die suicidal. That's bullshit. Anyway, yeah, I was blown away by part 3. Just what are the pros of this episode, in my opinion? First off, great camera, great effects, great music, great sound effects, great acting. Everything about this episode was fucking amazing. I'm going to say fucking amazing. The F has to be in there. Fucking amazing. It was awesome. I loved every second about it. Humongous suspense throughout the entire episode. And the build-up to the Covenant is great. Like, I knew that in this part that they were going to encounter the Covenant because I saw it in the preview, but I had no idea that it was going to be this much of a humongous deal. I mean, I know that Covenant invading Earth and invading this area is a big deal, but in this part, it was like 10 times as big as I thought it was not going to be. It was just holy crap. I actually, like I said, I actually cared about the kiss scene with Lasky and the British chick, probably because they write the characters so freaking well. Everyone who was an asshole isn't much of an asshole. I remember that black girl was like being as nice as possible to get her squad back into the thing, but then like the blonde bitch is like, fuck you, no. And that's probably because, you know, they're under attack and, you know, they don't want to be assholes at that point. The general female did actually a really good job. I don't know why actually that's going to be in the cons, but yeah, the female general who like talks to Lasky saying, "Oh, there's a soldier in you." She actually did a good job acting in this part, so I thought that she did a pretty good job, unlike previous parts. But they weren't bad; they were just kind of like cheesy a little bit. The elites look freaking awesome. I honestly don't know if that's CGI, but that's like a real sculpt of a person just wearing a costume. It looks really realistic, and it looks awesome. So props to whoever made the elites look fucking great. And the blonde bitch gets her just desserts. I thought that was needed. She's a douchebag, and I'm happy that she died because she was an asshole. I might be kind of mean, but she was a douche. Cons for this part. Well, this is not really a con, but the blonde bitch being a bitch. That's not a con. That's just, how they wrote her character. This is not really an issue, but I always kind of question myself. How come whenever Lasky talks to that female general, the one that says, "I believe in you, there's a soldier in you," how come Lasky says "sir" when it's a girl? I mean, I know it's like higher authority. It's like, "Sir, yes, sir." But I mean, why not just say "ma'am, yes, ma'am"? Because she's not a guy, she's a woman. But probably because, that's how they address higher officers, just officers, "Sir, yes, sir," for male and female. But it's just kind of like, well, she's a girl, not a guy, so why don't you call her ma'am? Because, I mean, I do read the Halo books, and they plenty of times say ma'am. But I guess sir is, like, higher than ma'am. If you have an answer, let me know. Not really a con, like I said, but the ODST brother is dead. But I mean, like I said, they wrote everything so well that I can't really complain about that. Actually, I'm not going to complain. Was this too short? No, I think it was a perfect amount of time. It's just that if there was more than just 16 minutes, it would have been better, obviously, or no, it would have been just as good. Because, like, everything in Part 3 was amazing, that even if it were longer, it would still be just as great because what we saw already was fucking amazing. So, yeah. So, pretty much no cons in this part. I had no issues with this part. Overall, by far, my favorite episode or part of Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. Simply amazing. Just amazing. Wow. Holy shit, motherfucking hell. This episode part was just godly. My overall rating, I have to give it an A. It deserves an A. Not an A+. Not there yet, but definitely an A. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Apparently in part 4, we're going to see Master Chief 117. This is, like I said, this is years before Halo 1, so he's going to be kind of younger and stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be that great, but I was blown away. A+ from Part 3 of Forward Unto Dawn. Stay tuned for more reviews, and if you haven't checked out my last two videos, my last video, I actually did a review of Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn Part 2, and then my second to last video was a review of the Machinima Martyr by John from Black Phoenix Studios. Thank you for watching. This is James Kim from Rising Potential. Bye for now.